welcome to my channel. I am Tay Renee, a first year PA student, and I wanted to come to you today to talk about my journey. I have an unorthodox path. Like most people, when I talk to people, they've always known they wanted to be a PA, or they were already in a career and wanted to go back to school to be a PA. Me, on the other hand, I was a pre-med student. I went through undergrad, got a biology, pre-med degree. Even in my gap years, I was studying for the MCAT, taking the MCAT, retaking the MCAT. And I just didn't know. I knew I wanted to be in medicine, but I really did not want to become a doctor. I decided to do research. I decided to talk to my personal medical provider who happened to be a PA, and among others, talk with different other healthcare professionals. And I realized physician assistant was the field for me. That was what felt right for me. So in February of 2020, I decided to change literally everything and become pre-PA. And when I say this was abrupt, I was a week out from my MCAT. Yeah, so I canceled it and started from scratch. Thankfully, because of my pre-med background, I had already taken most of the courses, the prerequisite courses that were required. So that was something I did not have to worry about. I was also getting my master's in physiology. And the program that I was in was a special master's program for students who wanted to go to professional school in medicine, whether it was med school, PA, PT, or dental. So that helped out a lot. I was able to fulfill requirements, retake some classes that I didn't do my best in while I was in undergrad. So that helped a lot. I also signed up for CNA classes. Granted, this is all in February where I'm making these changes. Yeah. My family were like, are you okay? Is everything okay? Like, you sure this is what you want to do? And honestly, I had never been more sure about anything in my life. I was so excited. I was so amped. And I used that motivation and that excitement to like give me a kickstart, a head start. So like I said, I signed up for CNA classes, got my CNAs in the middle of a pandemic. Yes, I decided to go work as a CNA, and it was a lot. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. It was a lot, but I knew what my end goal was gonna be. I knew that I needed those hours and I needed to get that practice in if I really wanted to become a PA. So I did it and I got those hours in. I was not playing. I was not playing at all. But I was dedicated and I knew this is what I wanted to do. So, okay, back to the story, y'all. I'm sorry, I talk a lot. I worked on getting my master's. I worked as a CNA part-time. I was dedicated to getting all these things together for PA school. The application process is a beast. It's a lot. I'm not even gonna lie, it's a lot. I started working on my personal statement the December before. So with CASPA, the physician assistant application process, mostly everything is done through CASPA. That's the portal that you'll do everything through. And they open every year around mid-April or so. So I started on my personal statement in December of the year prior. Yes. Granted, like at first I was like, this is a little too early. But as I was watching different videos about the application process to PA school, I realized I'll need some time to do this. And so I began brainstorming ideas of what I wanted to write about. Most likely the prompt is going to be YPA. Well, that really is the prompt, why PA? So I decided to write down reasons of why I wanted to become a PA. I wanted it to tell something about me. I wanted it to be true. So I really took time, and I would say at the end, I had about 30 different copies of my personal statement. Yes, 30 at least. So when editing a personal statement, this was my tactic. I had at least like 3 or 4 people my first round. I received all their feedback. I altered my personal statement. And then for that second round, I chose maybe 2 people. And these people were different. They were, one was my advisor, and then the other was an actual med student. And when I first sent out my personal statement, it was to friends and family and classmates. But as I kept making edits to my personal statement, I narrowed down who I sent it to, and I was more strategic about who I was sending it to. I wanted someone who actually knew how to read a personal statement and knew what to look for. And then lastly, before I was finished, I sent my personal statement to a personal statement editor. So I can see, like, this is the best that I can present to you. I need feedback on that. So that's, now you see why I say I had at least like 30 different edits. And that took some time. I was finally finished, I think, in April. Yeah, right before it started. Yeah, I was finally finished. One thing that I did, I gave the people that I asked, I gave them a deadline that was a week before I wanted to submit my application. So a week before I was ready to submit, if I hadn't gotten their letter of a recommendation, I was contacting them like, hey guys, the deadline's coming up. I need your letter. Do you need help with anything? Just keeping in contact with them, because you don't want to submit your application and then CASPA's like, yeah, we still don't have those letters. So I submitted my application, everything was verified, it all went through. And then the secondaries came in, I would say like a week later. And I was excited about it. But the secondaries, I think everyone will receive, if your school requires a secondary application, everyone will receive those. And usually they will come with more essays or short answer questions. And as those came in, I just went ahead and knocked those out. Now, I did, with the short answer questions and the supplemental essays, I did take those just as serious as my personal statement. No, I did not take as long. I made sure, I think the longest I sat on an application was maybe like 3 weeks. And that was only because there were quite a few short answer questions, and I wanted to make sure I gave each question the same amount of initiative and I didn't shortchange myself. So yeah, so I went ahead and got all that done, and my applications were officially like completed by, I wanted to say, the mid-July. Most schools, their application deadlines begin in August. So I completed everything mid-July. You're just waiting. You check your email about like 10 times a day. You make sure like your phone is charged every day. Like, I'm not missing a call just in case. Granted, I was still being proactive and vigilant and watching videos and YouTube videos of what to do while waiting and how to prepare, either to reapply or for PA school. And I found this group. It's called the PAC, the PAC, Physician Assistants of Color. It kept me busy. They offered advice. They did lives on Instagram with different PA schools and their admissions board or people on their admissions board. And they also offer different services like personal statement, editing, interview help. Joining a club or a program or organization like that really helped me. And there are plenty out there, whether it's for general PA or, something that really calls to you. So I would suggest finding and getting connected with an organization like that, and it'll keep you encouraged while you're waiting, because it can be very daunting. And I know for me, I was on pins and needles all the time, and all my family and friends were very supportive and had so much faith in me and just saying trust the process, it'll happen when it happened. But I was nervous. I was nervous. Now, when I say my journey was unorthodox, from deciding in February 2020 to October 1st, 2021, getting all of that done in a year, it was no joke. Yeah, it was a lot. But I say that to say, many of you already know what you want to do. You already know that this is your path that you're on. And I guess it's to say, like, your mind is set. You've been working towards this. You got this. Like, you can do it. You have all the qualifications. And that was the hardest thing overcoming throughout this whole process, like doubting myself and learning to get over that. Moral of the story is just keep doing it. Keep going. You got it. You're made for this. I know if I can do it in a year, you got this. In a pandemic, in a panorama, you got this. You really got this. Again, thank you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Okay, I'm out. Bye.